for some six-man tag team action. And you can see the faces coming up on the screen. Introducing first the new team of The Pursuit. Led to the ring by Rory Holmes, who actually made his debut for us at our first show, Kickstart the Heart. And he's coming to the ring with Ricky the Boom and Hector Jones, two of the men who have also competed earlier in Oz Pro Wrestling. Now, these three men, they all have two things in common. One, they have all earned their graft and learnt their trade at the Vicious Pursuit Training School. But the other thing they all have in common is they all lost their debuts here in Oz Pro Wrestling. And seemingly, it is Rory Holmes who has spoken to these two men, and he said, you know what? We all made a misstep, and we have all been denied another chance. And they have all come together, and they said it on our social media when they said they are in the pursuit of gold, they are in the pursuit of domination, they are in the pursuit of everything. We got this! So these three men have a lot to prove to us, the fans, to themselves more importantly. And you've got to believe that their fellow trainees at the school, and as long as the head honcho, Carlo Cannon, will be watching this match with great interest.
Now, I was going to say, it's one of those things, it's one of those difficult things. I said this, I believe I said this last time. It is a joy to see Camby once again. However, this time he's bringing a whole team with him.
Oh, he is Fat Cat Camby. He's actually been one of our biggest investors here in Oz Pro Wrestling. Thanks to him, we were able to get the lighting rig here today. And in fact, he has invested into this match. He is our premium platinum sponsor, and I am so glad to give him and his lads this opportunity here tonight. And Fat Cat Camby, look, his heart is definitely in the right place. He wants to use his vast wealth to invest into the future of Australian wrestling. And as you can see, his two investments. One is Jackson Atlas, a man who's just started his career over in PCW, and another one is Jake Fury, who, from what I've been told, has about 20 of his drunkest mates in the audience here tonight. So yeah, two very different teams making their debuts here tonight.
It's one of those, you get booked for your
total shit.
You get booked for your talent, you come back for all the awesome friends you bring. Certainly a different energy.
I'll tell you one thing, if everyone brought 20 drunken mates, I'd be having 10-man tags the entire way. But yeah, big total difference here. We've got the bright colours, we've got the investment of Fat Cat Camby on one side, and on the other side we've got three grumpy men who are looking to make up for their past losses here in Oz Pro Wrestling. And first up, Ricky the Boom, representing his team, and he was the man who, in his debut match here in Australia, lost to Ant Cava via submission. So obviously this is a really good teaming for him, because he can get a support from other people. And you know, Fat Cat Camby, a smart and savvy competitor as he is rich, going up against a young buck with big muscles, and Ricky the Boom able to push him back into the corner.
Almost effortlessly sending him back to that corner. Square up moment, waistlock by Camby. The Boom just almost flips him away.
And it is worth mentioning, Camby Crawford, definitely the most experienced man in that ring, having competed for Renegade, MCW, GBW, a wide range of a huge amount of experience, and of course, DMDU, he got his deathmatch side.
I was going to say, in by far one of the most visual, impressive death matches I have seen. There's a photo I have on my phone that I use to show people what that side of the world can be. It is him being blasted through a on-fire glass pane.
You don't see that very often. What a veteran.
The absolute respect I have for Camby as a professional wrestler, and of course as our platinum sponsor for this match.
Sponsor, yes, thank you very much. He is covering the fees of everyone in this match here tonight. Oh, big back rake down the side, and atomic drop. Beautifully done.
Grabs him from the leg, sweeps him out underneath.
Camby there, swinging him up so he can then clothesline him back down.
Having some trouble with his pants.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention it, but yes, it's all right. It's an investment. These things take time, and
look,
you can throw a belt onto this. I was
going to say, nothing a good belt could fix. Against the rope to Boom. Swinging neck breaker once again, drops him to the mat.
Now, it is worth mentioning, Riggedy Boom, yes, he was unsuccessful in his first match, but he had a great showing for himself.
Tag, here comes Hector Jones.
Oh, probably one of the most aggressive men I have ever seen in a ring.
And Jackson Atlas on the other side gets tagged in as well.
Yeah, Jackson Atlas.
The speed of that sling blade.
I kid you not, I had more recommendations for him than any other wrestler. When I was asking people for promising young talent, and I listened, and as did Camby as well. In fact, he is the current Slam champion over in PCW, sort of like their equivalent of the junior leagues for all intents and purposes.
Ah, fantastic.
So yeah, so this guy has a very promising future ahead of him. And whoa!
Whoa!
Big boy! Big boy alert!
He's saying that until Rory Holmes gets in your face. Tag, in comes Pumpin' Paul Fury. Once again, a gentleman that I've been able to see recently in other various big meaty meat fight matches. Oh my God, what a dude. What an absolute dude.
The meat fight division. Well, that's an idea. Anyway.
That is a champ you get behind. Shoulder tackle attempt from Rory Holmes, unable to move Pumpin' Paul Fury.
Fury invites him again. Wasn't able to get it this time, and Pumpin' Paul Fury standing his ground, and both men are going to go for it, and oh, look at that.
Fury standing strong.
Rory Holmes isn't a little man. Do you know what I mean? He's not small, and Paul Fury is just dominating it.
Samoan drop from Fury.
Do you know what? I nearly called you.
That's an excitement of the match. There's a lot going on.
Anyway, I was going to say,
Tag,
one of the
comes
reasons
Jackson.
I love Fury is because I saw clips of him in Mayhem, just suplexing people left, right, center. Gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Beautiful neck breaker, back suplex combo. Hooks at outside leg. The two. The kick out there from Rory Holmes.
See, with Pumpin' Paul Fury, I saw him take on Magnus Kolbeck, the 7-foot-tall giant of a man. What an absolute match between them. They gave it everything.
Yeah, I hired him once.
Giant spine buster.
I was going to say I hired him once to change the light bulb in the lighting rig. But anyway, hooks that outside leg. Huge spine buster. And Rory Holmes, that seething, cold frustration. You know, I was a big fan of Rory Holmes, and Rory Holmes made an implication on his social medias that he didn't get to appear on the second show because he lost to Emmanuel in his debut. And the truth of the matter is, yes, wins and losses do matter. That might have had an impact, but I was always going to have him back here in Oz Pro Wrestling. He's a tremendous athlete.
That jumping knee drops Atlas, goes for the pin, unsuccessful.
Former heavyweight champion from Perth as well, so it's not like this is a man who hasn't had great success in the past.
Tag, in comes Hector Jones.
But you know, sometimes your presumptions, that is the reality that you're facing. And he felt that he was undermined and disrespected by myself and by Oz Pro Wrestling. I assure you it's not a case. Beautiful leg drop. One of the best in the business.
Just following the elbow drop. Rob Ricky to Boom, attempted pin, unsuccessful.
I was going to say there's great chemistry with both teams, but if I was going to give it an edge, I would say it is more with the pursuit right now.
I would agree with that. We're seeing that, this smooth sequence. Tag, in comes Hector Jones to continue the beating on Atlas.
See, this is it. All three men of the pursuit, you know, they train at the same facility. Meanwhile, the other team, you know, Camby Crawford, Camby, he has taken these two men from complete different ends of Victoria, quite literally. And so the opportunity for them to work on that chemistry probably isn't there.
But there is that one advantage of bringing a team from the various sides across Victoria. There is different talents, different schools, different ways of learning, different skill sets they're going to bring to the ring. Now, I'm not saying the pursuit are all the same. However, oh, hang on, ref distraction.
I'm going to say Rory Holmes distracting the official, allowing the other men to sort of choke away Atlas Jackson.
Tagging comes Ricky the Boom. But as what I was alluding to there is, yes, they're all from the same space. Now that does mean, for better or worse, they are all trained similarly. They're experiencing similar ways. The ring, how they work with one another. It is certainly advantageous, but it can have disadvantages too. Blows to the midsection from Atlas. The Boom, big forearm, drops him down, goes to the cover, doesn't hook the leg though, allowing Atlas to kick out at 2.
Jackson is the smallest man in this contest, so it's very unfortunate to see that he is the one trapped in the corner of the Pursuit. And the Pursuit have most definitely drawn a line dead center in the ring, and they are keeping him on their side. And this is going to be very frustrating for Fat Cat Camby, and of course Paul Fiore as well.
Incredible tag team experience and knowledge coming out of all 3 of these men. Able to step it away. Jackson, though, breaks it, rolls through.
He's clear! He's clear! And
misses it!
Oh,
Just short!
Rory Holmes just pulled Fury at the last minute.
You mentioned a moment ago that incredible tag team experience coming out of the Pursuit. Oh!
And then you saw as well as Dex Jones is hitting the Snapdragon, goes for that cover now. 1, 2. I mean, they were also holding Fat Cat as well. He wasn't able to get to his corner to hold the tag rope to then get the tag either.
Yeah, Ricky the Boom getting his hands on Camby. Giving a moment for Hector to work on Atlas. Blow to the back.
You know, Hector Jones was so disappointed in himself after his first loss in his debut match. He thought he was going to come in and conquer our Rising Star division. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to defeat Bush Kelly in his debut. But maybe he can make up for it here tonight. Maybe all 3 members of the Pursuit can make up for it here tonight. You've got to believe that all 3 of these men have aspirations to be successful. Hell, every man in this contest probably have aspirations to be successful.
Absolutely, whether it be in singles competition, in tag competition. You mentioned it earlier, all 3 of these men, as part of Pursuit, have had matches here at OzPro before. Be sure to go check out those shows where they're available if anyone's curious.
You can find them on YouTube. Just look up OzPro Wrestling. All our shows, all our matches are available to watch for free. Why? Because we love you.
And the reason we're able to showcase these incredible shows, these experiences here at OzPro Wrestling for free, couldn't do it without incredible people like Fat Cat Camby, elite sponsor for this match here tonight.
I like to thank Fat Cat Camby for my new Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's only a Matchbox car, but it's still a nice car.
It's the sentiment nonetheless. It was very, very kind of him. Just shows the amount of care that he has here for OzPro Wrestling. Jackson Atlas.
Boom with the neck breaker.
Still unable to get across the ring for the tag. Folded in half. Ricky the Boom goes for the pin.
I was going to say, Atlas Jackson, he's certainly earning his fee tonight. He has been stuck in that ring for quite a while now, literally just taking a beating from 3 guys, all bigger than him. There's a lot of heart being shown here by the young man.
Sent into the buckle. Now, as you mentioned, probably one of the younger gentlemen out of the crew, maybe the least experienced. You think this is an opportunity for Pursuit to exploit that?
Possibly.
Backbreaker from Ricky the Boom.
I was going to say, Ricky the Boom has been a real workhorse in this match so far. He has really impressed me. He seems even more focused than when I last saw him in his debut against Ant Cava. Throws him into the corner, and there's the tag, and here comes the heavyweight hitter, Rory Holmes.
Now we should note that kick out as well, almost an instinctual one.
Rory Holmes making sure, oh! Look at this, they have been practicing this 3-man tandem offense.
However, we said he's the youngest, potentially the least experienced. However, that ring awareness gets his foot on the rope.
Look at Hector Jones, whereas Rory Holmes has that cold seethingness about him. Hector Jones is like a boiling kettle. You can just tell there's heat emanating from his head. He's just so mad. And the thing is with Hector Jones, he's a tremendous competitor.
Absolutely.
But sometimes he can lose his patience. He can get a little bit furious in that ring. And right now, Atlas Jackson might be playing to that to his advantage. Off the ropes and He just wiped him out with a crossbody. Wasn't able to capitalize on a pinfall, but maybe it'll allow him to get into the corner.
Here is that opportunity for Atlas to finally have a rest. Makes his way to the corner. Tag! In
Here
comes
the Fury! Boom!
Runs through one, runs through a second. Follows up with a
sidewalk slam special for Rory Holmes.
Spinning sidewalk slam. Pumping for Paul Fury, pumping up the crowd. Rory Holmes, Ricky the Boom attempted double clothesline instead, gets dropped.
He is the biggest bad boy in that ring right now. He's the king of the castle.
The straps are down. It's serious as he catches Hector Jones midair.
Look at him. He's
Just curling, bicep curls
getting some reps in.
from the cutthroat Hector. Atlas tags himself back in.
Oh my God. I mean, Hector Jones' feet haven't even touched the floor, and he's got him up in a suplex. And look at this.
Vertical suplex, crossbody. Almost like crossbody, but it's more of the legs, dropping Hector to the dead center of the ring.
And Fat Cat tagged himself in just before that. Little bit of confusion there from Fury, but yes, Fat Cat did indeed tag himself in, the leader of the Camby collection. All right, a little bit of communication issues going on here. They need to get back into focus. That's what we're talking about with that experience. Oh, Ricky the Boom.
Taking advantage of the little bit of the miscommunication between the Camby collection. DDT!
Yeah, an implant DDT, and looks like that miscommunication might have cost him. And Rory Holmes now with a blind tag, and it looks like Rory Holmes fancies picking the carcass clean all for himself. Look at that big single leg drop kick. Goes for the cover, puts it up between the ropes, and yeah, he got it. 3 counts.
Little bit of redemption for the pursuit for Hector Jones, for Rory Holmes. Ricky the Boom formerly unable to get their wins in their single matches. However, together as a collective force, the pursuit bringing home the victory.
I was going to say, but I think it all came down to this moment. That it looked like for the Camby collection, we're going to get this. And unfortunately, Camby tagged himself in, and I think there was confusion within their team. And this is what we're talking about with the chemistry, and it cost them. But look, let's be honest, it's an experiment from Fat Cat Camby, and it was an impressive start, even though they didn't get the victory. But tonight, it belongs to the pursuit, and this is the start that they were looking for, and they are riding high at the top of the mountain.